I've been thinking about this recently. Like, think about some goals that you have already achieved, which were just your goals a year ago or a few months ago, and you've achieved it now. Like, think about it. Does it still bring you the same excitement when you think about it? Like, why is that the things that we used to be super excited about is just a new normal when you've achieved it already? Like, we don't really think about that achievement often, right? Because we have things to chase. I feel like humans adapt to almost everything, and I think that's one of our greatest strengths as well, like being able to adapt to different situations. This applies not just to achieving things, but also to situations, to being able to adapt to situations, right? Maybe it's that car that you wanted to get long back, maybe it's that phone that you've always dreamed of, but once you get it, for the first few days you are in that excitement of the new phone or the car, but later on you start seeing that as something normal. Like, you don't appreciate it much. Like, think about it, right? Maybe it's your first job, maybe it's getting to a dream college, whatever it may be. Once you're there, we often forget to appreciate the things. Now, this adaptability is something that is applied in situations as well. Like, imagine there's a place that you have to stay for the next 1 month, according to whatever the situation is, but that place turns out to be very messy, very small, very uncomfortable, and now you have to stay there for the next few months, and you think that is impossible to stay there because you're a person who doesn't like messy places, and you think that it's impossible to stay there. But trust me when I say this, after a few days, right, after give yourself a few days, and you will treat that place as your new normal. Like, you adapt to that place, right? And you start adjusting accordingly. And that's a strength that we all have. Like, I think it's different for different people. Like, some people it takes some more time, some people adapt quickly. That depends on person to person. But eventually I feel like you will adapt, right? Adaptability is something that we humans have. Like, these are all not bad things. Like, not being able to have that same excitement that you had in the start when you got your first phone is not a bad thing. Because if we stayed excited about this one achievement forever, then we'll probably stop growing, right? Like, we adapt so that we can move forward, so that we can achieve greater things. But I think there's one downside to this, because we often forget about the things that we have achieved or how far we have come. We forget to appreciate the little things that we have with us that was once our dream. The things that we have today, maybe it's not that big, maybe it's not your greatest goals, but it was something that meant everything to you a few months or a few years ago, and you have it now. So this is just a reminder to remind you to be grateful about things, to be happy about things that you have. Of course, aim for bigger, go hustle, chase for growth, but don't forget about things that you've already achieved, right? So I think every once in a while, it's worth asking yourself, or it's worth reflecting about, your past, what you've achieved, what are the good times that you had, the difficulties that you went through, and how you overcame those obstacles, right? Because if we keep chasing for the next thing without appreciating the things that you've already achieved or the things that we already have, I don't think so we'll ever be fully satisfied, right? There's not just in the case of big achievement, there's also about the people around you, the support that you get from people, the care that you get from people. Sometimes the boring routines that we do every day is something that we'll miss the most in the future, right? So learn to appreciate and live in the moment and feel every thing that you have. Obviously, for sure, there's a lot ahead you. There's a lot of things that you're going to do. Why would you look back when you have a lot of things in front of you? But I feel like it's important to look back, because that's when you feel satisfied. That's when you will get a sense of fulfillment, right? Learn how to, be happy about small things. Sure, we humans, nothing is enough for us. We're always, moving from one step to the next one. And that's great. That's how we are built. But don't forget about the steps that you've come from. Make sure you do this once in a while to feel satisfied about the life that you're living. So yeah, don't let the excitement of what's next make you forget about what you already have, right? Maybe it's not that something became less valuable. Maybe it became more familiar to you that you don't notice it, or you don't feel the excitement anymore. Sometimes all we need is a reminder that today's normal was yesterday's dream. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.